Good Wednesday morning, Quad Cities. Thanks for logging on here. Check your accurate forecast halfway through the work week, and now January in the books. So let's see what we did last month in terms of the temperature and the snow, because we've been watching that temperature. We knew it was going to be in the top 10, and wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what happened. So we had the 9th warmest January on record, 7.6 degrees warmer than we typically see. That is quite a feat for the month as a whole. 49th least snowiest on record. Thank goodness for that weekend storm system that brought us some more snow. We were only behind about 2.8 inches for that snow for the month. Here's your hometown forecast for today. Look at this, more warmth. 33 for us here in the metro, a little warmer to the south. The biggest factor, though, that's going to play into who gets the warmth today versus staying in the 20s and even some low 20s expected too, is going to be who's got the snow on the ground. This time of year, especially as that sun is getting stronger and stronger, we talk about the albedo, and that is the ability for an object, more specifically the ground here, to be able to absorb and hold on to heat. If you've got bare ground, which is that darker color here, you can actually absorb more heat energy from the sun, so you're going to get warmer. That's why places that don't have much snow on the ground today are going to get into the 30s, versus those of you to the north that still have snow on the ground. You don't realize or receive, hang on to that sun energy. What happens is it comes down, it hits the snowpack, and it just goes right back into the atmosphere. So that's what's going to make the difference here for the next couple of days in terms of your temperature. I'm going to go 33 for us here in the metro. Again, a little colder to the north. We will be watching this. Watch how the clouds fill in north of the Quad Cities tonight. This is some fog potential. That's going to be worth watching for the morning commute if you live north of the QC for tomorrow, but not as cold tonight. We go down to only 20. And tomorrow, more the same temperature-wise, right about freezing. We're going to see some clouds, though, come in around lunchtime. That's an Arctic front that's going to slip through, and we will have temperatures crashing incredibly fast by tomorrow evening. Look where we end up by Friday morning. 2 below 0 for your Friday to start the day, when we're only going to go up to 13 for the afternoon. But a warm front comes back in for Saturday and the weekend. That's going to push those temperatures right back into the 40s, and I think well into the 40s early next week, with a good possibility at seeing some rain.